What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. And, I don't care anymore, man. I don't care. Um, I went into this game thinking, who cares, man? If we win, cool. If we lose, man, we were never going to have a shot anyway because look at the gauntlet of the schedule we have at the end of the season, and look at the hole we put in ourselves in the beginning of the season. And, this was supposed to be our light part of the schedule. And of course, Tua got hurt, but, you know, I said it last week and I'll say it again. You know, if you thought Tua was going to come back and fix this team all by himself, you are truly delusional. And I mean that with the utmost respect. You are truly delusional. If you thought Tua was going to come back and this team was going to be better just like that. Um, and the Dolphins offense, they looked fine, in my opinion. They scored 27 points. Are you happy about that? They scored the most points today they've had since week 15 last year against the Jets. And they lost. They lost still. 28-27 against Arizona. I mean, the offense played fine, but two biggest drives of the game was the safety, which I blame on Tua. That ball was in his hands. I don't care if it was a bad snap or not. If that ball's in your hands, you got to catch that. Just go down. Just go down. Take the sack. But that ball was in his hands. He dropped it, and it went in the back of the end zone. And then the other drive was you're up two. It's third down and 12. You get the first down to Jonnu Smith. And you go 3 and out. And it was such pussy play calling by Mike McDaniel after he won the challenge and he does this pussy play calling shit. And, yeah, we pinned them at their own 10-yard line, but there's 5 minutes left and they won the game. Arizona's a better team. This team stinks. I'm telling you, this team is not good. And it's Greer, because Greer and McDaniel, they structured this team. And I know the defense is playing with a whole bunch of backups, okay? Zach Sealer gets his eye poked. There's absolutely zero fucking pass rush on Kyler Murray. Zero. Jordan Poyer's dropping interceptions again. David Long got abused all game. The linebackers got abused all game by Trey McBride. And the secondary stinks. Outside of Kendall Fuller, the secondary was terrible. Marvin Harrison, who is considered a bust, had his best game of his young career, and so did Trey McBride. I think they both went over for 100 yards today. And, you just got to live with it, man. And I tweeted out right before Arizona had their drive to win the game. I'm like, if you're a Dolphins fan and you want Chris Greer fired at the end of the season, or you really want a high draft pick, you will cheer for Arizona to win this game. You will want Arizona to go down and win the game right now. And that's what happened. 2 weeks in a row, this team has properly tanked. And this team has shown us how bad football teams lose games when they had a lead. Last week, they had a 10-0 lead against Indianapolis. Indianapolis goes 16 unanswered, and they win the game 16-10. This week, the almighty Tua comes back, and you have a 27-18 lead in the fourth quarter, and the Cardinals go 10 unanswered, and they win the game 28-27. And who am I going to put this loss on? Probably the defense. I mean, yes, Kyler Murray is a very good quarterback, and Arizona does not have a bad offense whatsoever, but they couldn't stop a nosebleed in that second half. They only allowed 7 points in the first half and gave up 21 points in the second half to Arizona. It was bad. It was bad. But hey, you know what, man? I don't fucking care. I don't have the I don't have the energy to rant. This team doesn't deserve my energy. And you know what? It's gonna stink, but we're just gonna have to watch this football team lose every week. And it stinks, but that's the reality. That's the reality you gotta live in. They should absolutely clean house at the trade deadline. Terod Armstead, trade him. Raheem Mostert, trade him. Emmanuel Ogba, trade him. If you can get high draft picks for Tyreek Hill, trade him. Javon Holland. If you don't intend on re-signing Javon Holland in the offseason, trade him. It's better to get something for Javon Holland now than let him walk in the offseason and get nothing for him. Trade him. So those 5 players, Teron Armstead, Raheem Mostert, Emmanuel Ogba, Tyreek Hill, and Javon Holland, trade them. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. The Dolphins have 10 draft picks this upcoming draft in 2025. Why not go out and get more? Get more draft picks for the following draft. Get this team younger. Because right now they're the oldest team in the NFL. And it stinks because I've talked about the Dolphins on this channel since the 2020 season now. And it all hasn't been pretty, but every year I've done Dolphins content on this channel. I've either made the playoffs or we've been in the playoff hunt. 2020 and 2021, we were just short of the playoffs. 2022 and 2023, we lost in the first round. Heartbreaking, but we were in the playoffs. This is the first time. This is my 5th season doing Dolphins content on the Big Fight Field channel, and season's a wrap already. And I've said it already. The season was over. I said the season was over week 4 when we lost to Tennessee. I said the season was over last week when we lost to Indianapolis. But realistically, this season for the Miami Dolphins was over in week 2 when Tua Tagovailoa got concussed. This season was over September 12th. So, hey, it's going to suck, but you've just got to sit there and you've got to take the losses this year, man. You've got to take it. So, we'll go over this game. Tons of upsets in the NFL today. The Dolphins over the Cardinals over the Dolphins was not the only upset today. The Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens. The Packers nearly lost to the Jaguars. They won 30-27. The Jets lose to the New England Patriots 25-22. And the Eagles, who were underdog going into Cincinnati, beat them by 20. So, check this out. All right? Right now, before we get into this game and we get into stats, right now the Buffalo Bills are playing the Seattle Seahawks. They're beating them 7-0. I'm going to say they go on and they win this game. So in the AFC East, you have the Buffalo Bills at 6-2. You have the Miami Dolphins at 2-5. You have the New England Patriots at 2-6, and you have the New York Jets at 2-6. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, the worst division in the NFL. It's sad, man. It is quite sad. Let's go over some stats before we get into this game. We'll go with Arizona first. Excuse me. Kyler Murray, 26 for 36, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Conner, 20 carries, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. Trey McBride, our linebackers were horrendous against him today. 9 catches, 124 yards. Marvin Harrison, 6 catches, 11 yards, and a touchdown. Michael Wilson, 5 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. So, yeah, those are the Cardinals stats. Then for the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, 28 for 38, 234 yards, 1 touchdown. Devon Achane, 10 carries, 97 yards, receiving touchdown. We'll get to that in a minute. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries, 19 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Dolphins ran the ball for 150 yards. Tyreek Hill had 6 catches for 72 yards. Devon Achane had 6 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle had 4 catches for 45 yards. Jonnu Smith had 4 catches for 20 yards. And that is that. Tua Tagovailoa, 3 fumbles today. 3 fumbles by Tua Tagovailoa. So, the Dolphins, they get the ball first. And they go 10 plays, 64 yards, in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. First play of the game, Devon Achane, 11-yard run for first down. Then Tua gets it, a short pass to Alec Ingold for 16 yards. They get the ball down to the Arizona 37-yard line. Tua is sacked on the next play as he fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Austin Jackson. It is 2nd and 17 at the Arizona 44-yard line. Tua goes to Tyreek on a screen pass for 8 yards. Then Tua to Tyreek for 13 yards and a first down. Devon Achane runs it for 9 yards. Tua to Achane for 6 yards. Then on 2nd and goal, Tua did a shovel pass to Julian Hill, which Julian Hill clearly fumbled it, and it was recovered by Robert Jones. Then on the 1-yard line, Raheem Mostert gets a touchdown for your Miami Dolphins. Arizona, they go 3 and out. Miami goes 12 plays, 40 yards. They take 8 minutes off the clock. We'll start right here. 2nd and 11. Jalen Wright, after like a behind the back pass by Tua, Jalen Wright gets it for 6 yards. Sets up 3rd and 5. Tua, short pass to D. Eskridge for 6 yards and a first down. Tua, he fumbles the snap. He just falls right on top of it. It's 2nd and 11. Tua goes a short pass to Raheem Mostert for 11 yards. It's a first down. 2nd and 19, Jalen Wright for 12 yards. And on 3rd and 7, Tua to Devon Achane for 3 yards. Jason Sanders makes a 53-yard field goal, which is good. And the Dolphins are up 10-0 over Arizona. Arizona goes 9 plays, 70 yards. First play, Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison for 25 yards. Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison for 8 yards. Kyler Murray was throwing the ball all over the field on this drive. Kyler Murray to Trey McBride for 12 yards. And they get a false start. Arizona does. Kyler Murray, the best way he is able to create plays is off script, out of the pocket, scrambling around the field. He finds Michael Wilson for a 6-yard touchdown. back of the end zone. Dolphins lead down to 10-7. Dolphins go 6 plays, 14 yards. They punt. Incompletions. Arizona. Sorry, my voice on a cough. Have a little bit of a cough here, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why. Arizona goes 11 plays, 38 yards. 3rd and 1, Zay Jones, 3 yards. Kyler Murray, 6-yard run. They get down to the Miami 45, and it's a 3-and-out then, and they punt to the Miami 5-yard line. Tua to Jalen Waddle for 10 yards and a first down. Then we get to the 2-minute warning. Start off at the Miami 16. Tua to Tyreek Hill for 10 yards. Tua to Devon Achane for 8 yards. Tua to Tyreek Hill deep on the right side for 30 yards. An absolute dime fight, Tua. That might have been his best play of the game. Besides the time he slid, that might have been the best play. Tua to Tyreek for 8 yards. Tua to Devon Achane on a screen pass for 16 yards. Devon Achane for 6 yards. And then they get real conservative here. And I don't know why, but it's towards the end of halftime. And you're slow and you're methodical. Why is McDaniel not speeding up the offense? Why is McDaniel taking his time? I don't understand that. I did not understand that. You would have been much better off with a touchdown at the end of halftime rather than settling for 3. But on 3rd and 5, Tua threw a fade route to Tyreek, and Tyreek was clearly being held, and no call. No call on Tyreek. They settle for a 22-yard field goal, and it's 13-7 going into halftime. 13-7 Miami. So, Arizona gets the ball to start the second half. First play, absolutely nobody is around Trey McBride. Kyler to Trey McBride for 37 yards. Then James Conner loses 10 yards. Then it's holding on the Cardinals. 2nd and 30. Kyler to James Conner for 9 yards. Kyler to Trey McBride for 6 yards. Chad Ryland makes a 57-yard field goal. Those are big points by Arizona right there. Dolphins go 6 plays, 70 yards. First play of scrimmage, Devon Achane, 47 yards. 3rd and 9. Tua runs to the left. He runs for a first down, and he slides. Huge ovation after Tua slides for a first down. 2nd and goal, Tua to Devon Achane for 12 yards. Dolphins are up 20-10. And on the next Arizona possession, they go 3-and-out. So things are looking good for the Dolphins. They just scored a touchdown. Arizona goes 3-and-out. All right. You're getting the ball back up 20-10. And then the safety comes. And that safety changed the entire game. That safety gave Arizona the momentum that they needed. Just like the Raheem Mostert fumble did last week, that fumble gave the Colts all the momentum they needed. This safety gave Arizona all the momentum they needed. So now it's 20-12. And on the next possession, Arizona goes 9 plays, 75 yards. James Conner, 13 yards. Another pass to Trey McBride for 17 yards. 3rd and 6. Kyler gets it to Greg Dortch for 9 yards. And on first down at the Miami 22, Marvin Harrison, one-on-one with Jalen Ramsey, wide open. Absolutely cooks him. So they failed a 2-point conversion. Miami is up 20-18 going into the fourth quarter. And after Arizona scores a touchdown, Miami gets the ball. They go 9 plays, 70 yards in 4.5 minutes. 2nd and 6, Tua to Jalen Waddle for 20 yards. Raheem Mostert runs it for 13 yards. And on 1st and 10, Tua to Alec Ingle for 2 yards. Short pass to Tyreek for 3 yards. And on 3rd and 5, Tua gets it to Jalen Waddle for 15 yards. 3rd and goal, Raheem Mostert bounces off to the outside for a 6-yard touchdown. Dolphins are up 27-18. And we just need one fucking stop for the defense, and they can't get it. They can't get it. 3rd and 4, they initially called it incomplete, but Kyler was facing the blitz, got the ball out to Marvin Harrison, and that play was all Marvin Harrison. That was a great catch. You got to give it up to him there. That was a great catch. Kyler goes deep again on a cross route to Marvin Harrison, who's being covered by Cam Smith. 22 yards. Kyler on 2nd down to Trey McBride for 16 yards. Kyler to Michael Wilson for 8 yards. And on 2nd down, James Conner, 2-yard touchdown. Then Miami needs to put the game away. Okay, we're just going to go up to this point right here. It's 3rd and 12. Tua stands in the pocket, delivers a great pass to Jonnu Smith. They initially called it short. Mike McDaniel threw the challenge flag. He won the challenge. 1st down. At their 48-yard line. We get 1 fucking yard. 1 yard. After that, they go 3 and out. After McDaniel wins the challenge, 3 and out. The play calling was fucking horrendous. And they punt. And Arizona, 3 timeouts. 5 minutes to go. They are draining this fucking clock. They're going to drain the clock. They pick up a 3rd down, 1st down. They pick up a 1st down on 3rd down to Trey McBride, 17 yards. It's still 1st and 20, 2nd and 15. Marvin Harrison cooks Cam Smith once again. It's at the 50. And Arizona is just a more physical team than the Dolphins. They pushed James Conner for what was a 9-yard gain to a 17-yard gain. And they kill time, all the time they need. Chad Ryland, 34 yards. Good. Arizona wins 28-27. Don't sweat it, folks. Don't sweat it. Listen. Okay? No matter what happened in this game, we have games against Buffalo, the Rams, and Green Bay, all on the road coming up. So, did you honestly think that we're going to win those games? Fuck no. Absolutely not. And McDaniel failed this team this year because he did not adapt the offense. He did not adjust the offense when Tua Tagovailoa was out. And this organization needs to make crucial changes. And you need to lose. And having a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter and losing, I don't care what they say. I don't care. I don't care what McDaniel says. I don't care what Tua says. That is a proper way of tanking for the draft. They need to have a top 10 draft quarter. They need to have a top 10 draft pick. Because you are going to have quarterbacks in this draft like Cam Wood, Carson Beck, Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milroe, that if you're not in the top 10 draft position, those players are going to be gone by the time it's your time to draft. So, this team, and I don't care what the Jets do, I don't care what the Patriots do, the Miami Dolphins need to lose. And I know that's hard to say. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. But we need to lose. These teams that we have coming up are so much better than us. It is not even funny. They are so much better than us. Am I heartbroken by this loss? No. Did I see it coming? Yes. It's the Miami Dolphins. Of course you see it coming. Am I going to lose sleep over this loss? No. But let's face reality. You're 2-5. The season has been long gone. The trade deadline is in 9 days. You need to sell, sell, sell. And if you're a Dolphins fan and you want Chris Greer fired, today's loss is the right step in that direction. So keep that in mind. But we are going to get out of here. I really don't think there's a point in doing previews anymore. Because what's the point? Seriously. What's the point of doing these previews? So, if I hear any news on, like, if any news comes out with, like, the trade deadline or whatever for the Dolphins, then I guess I'll make a video. But outside of that, man, I might not do anything until next Sunday when we play the Bills. There's no point in the previews anymore. There's no point. So, I'm getting out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. I'm out. Peace.